So we're back in business. I'm glad I knew the flight plane would be able to go in perfectly here. But yeah, Hammerfest flight plane wouldn't go in because it wouldn't recognize it from the database. So in this stream, we're going to take off from Halifax, Nova Scotia, my hometown, my home airport. We're going to go down to London, Ontario, on the other side of Toronto, and check out FSimStudios latest airport that just came out on the weekend. And actually both airports are made by FSimStudios. And we've got PACX, so they're just loading up. I'm not sure why the overlay on the bottom's not working. You can see it might have been that I've changed a setting. No. But we've got a cold and dark here. We'll get started up shortly and take off. Boarding time's realistic.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
Yeah.
If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant
I would say it's definitely worth it. It adds
the overhead bin is full.
adds the immersion.
Carry-on inside of it. Please close the bin as a courtesy
yeah,
to
so
other
this
passengers.
is
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit
I'm
row,
supposed to have an
please
overlay on the
exit
bottom.
responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you.
So
Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required.
I'll wait
If
till
you are not
she's
able or
done.
prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
yeah, it just adds to the immersion, and they're actually working on more voice packs, more features for it, try to make it more robust. But as is, it's pretty good, and you've got like a rating, how well you're doing. So right now they're 96% satisfied. You can take a look to see who's hungry or thirsty. The only thing is once we're up in the air, I can't really dictate when a meal or a snack gets distributed. It's pretty much at a set time in the flight, and once you're at cruising altitude. So today's cruising altitude is going to be flight level 380, and I took a look at London before, and yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, it's $30. That's the one, like that's the main thing where $30. It's tough to say that. But yeah, it is good. But $30 is a deterrent. We got 0 fuel weight, 60732. Oh. With looking at London, the only thing is the $20. I feel would, yeah, 20 Canadian for us. Or actually, yeah, you're talking about 30 US. Yeah. 20 US would be good. That'd be about 30 Canadian. 25, 30 Canadian. But I keep forgetting you're in France with the euro, because you're always flying in, like, you're flying in Canada a lot. Blocked fuel 11,000. 006. I've already set the flight plan in the FMS, so we can set this up. Yeah, what? Yeah, $20 US. I was trying to stream earlier a preview of Hammerfest, a northern Norway, but the preview part, like showing around the airport, was fine. I tried to take a CRJ 550, even a 700. The airport code wasn't recognized from the database.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay. And the thing with this is you actually have a career mode, so as...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1158 with service to London. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 2 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all call. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
Yeah, are you from... But you're from France, but live in US? I'm confused because the other day you said something about France. Let's smooth that up here for... Trying to gear down to radar. So IRS is at nav. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was like, you're always like on super late, but like I was thinking you're like the GMT +2, but no, you're actually an hour behind. I'm an hour ahead of you. Let's EFB payloads. Yeah, we can get the master switch. Nav logos, no, we won't do the hydraulic test, we'll just get them set. Oh, I didn't want that. Air conditioning on, recircling on, aft cargo on. Wing anti-ice is, we don't need that. Dome lights, no, that's fine. Then let's cockpit voice recorder. That test is done. Now we can go the stab trim. There we go. Engage the mock trim, engage yaw damper. Let's go to the FMS. So the route's been loaded. We're gonna take off runway 32. Legs, not my legs. Any discontinuity? Durlo. Yeah, let's get rid of Durlo. Or, sorry, not get rid of it. Avtic will move up. Execute. Perfect knit. And yeah, so it's loaded perfectly. A little bit of fuel's been used, that's fine. And now we're gonna take a look at the EFB. Take a look at the the trim 7.2. Actually, let's open that up from the top. They're expecting a departure in about 9 minutes, so I gotta get lined up pretty quickly here. 32, runway 32. Uh, 323 is going to be the heading. Three, and then your next. Altitude, that's good. Speed. It's 200 for now. So we can get everything all closed up.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Do a public address.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome on board our flight. We'll be departing soon and we're aiming for a smooth flight. Thanks for flying and we'll keep you informed of any changes as they happen.
Okay, boost pumps on. Beacon lights. And then pushback. Alright. So we're at like gate 46. So we'll push back just backwards, and then we're pretty much here. Well, actually, we're gonna have to taxi a bit. So let's go on the outside. Look at the pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the strap
just waiting for a right engine to spool up.
Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest,
there we go.
pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
The breathing mask will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will...
This should be starting up very shortly. I turn off the traffic to take a picture at London. All right, we got both engines. Now we can get the. We can turn off the APU and get the. What are we missing? Configured. Parking brake and configure spoilers and flaps. Okay. So we're gonna go with flaps 8 here. What's it doing? Hey Jacob, how's it going? There's something going on here. Configure spoilers. Let's bring them back. All right. We got our taxi lights on, so yeah, let's go. Let's get the taxiing.
The cabin is ready.
we're gonna have to go south of the WestJet plane, and then cross 2-3, and then continue taxiing to 3-2. Also, I would like to thank you for all your work you put into your videos. I especially like your Thrustmaster bowling first experience video. I'm looking forward to buying it. Hey, glad you liked it. Jean-Francois, greetings from Winnipeg. You used to live in Nova Scotia. Ah, c'est beau. I actually used to live. I grew up in Ontario. I'm actually going there. I'm gonna leave like at 2 a.m. We're going to drive out to Cornwall. There's no. I don't think anyone's ever gonna do a Cornwall scenery. Oh no, that's not my. I don't think anyone's gonna do a Cornwall scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The airport's like too small. Winnipeg. There's only there is a scenery. I think there might actually be 2 for Winnipeg, but I don't think they're good quality. Not the best quality. Actually, to the right, you can see where the de-icing zone is. So FSimStudios put that in. Military base in Greenwood for 12 years, yeah. And that's probably why. That's probably what brought you out to Winnipeg. There's a lot of francophones, Quebecois here in Nova Scotia, but it's mostly the Air Force or the or Navy. We're clear there. Satisfied what? Trucks on the runway. Yeah, too fast here. Way too fast. Slightly behind schedule. So do I have to do another announcement? Oh, and FSimX. The other thing with PACX is that it simulates emergencies on the plane. I have it turned off, but yeah, I'll do emergencies too.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your captain speaking. Welcome on board our flight. We'll be departing soon, and we're aiming for a smooth flight. Thanks for flying, and we'll keep you informed of any changes as they happen.
Jacob, it's a PACX. PACX by TFDi. I'll have a link later on in the description. I just had to like dump the previous stream and switch to this because I just couldn't get the flight plan to work with Hammerfest in Norway. Jean-Francois. Okay, so you've got it. Because that's from FS Scenery Design. Very detailed, accurate if you download it from one. Because there's also sim add-ons that does pretty much all the Canadian airports. His stuff is pretty much a port from FSX or maybe even FS9. And what he charges, you're like, okay, like 25 bucks? No, it's 25 Swiss francs. So then it's like in Canadian dollars is over 30 bucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
But yeah, Jacob, it'll simulate emergencies. Like someone might have a heart attack. You won't know that it'll happen, and when it does, your flight attendant's gonna let you know. I don't use those because when I'm like showcasing an airport or flying, like I want to get to the destination. I don't want to try to do emergency operations. All right. So let's get the landing lights on, strobe on, wing light on, taxi. Taxi was off? Okay, well, I'll have it at off now. What else do I need? X-Flow. X-Flow will go manual. Remind me, once we got up in the air, I gotta switch it back to auto. And now let's get ready for takeoff. Yeah, Lars, yeah, have you taken off or are you still at the gate? I think you might be able to slightly faster than me. All right, let's put Toga. And let's go. Yes, I've already configured the spoilers. Take off here. Pause the rate. AP on. Heading. We'll go speed. Speed. Want to make sure 200 for now. Get rid of the flaps. Okay, you're taxing? Okay. Do you think that PACX is really worth that 30 bucks? Like I said, well, because I fly SimX, you were saying, well, it's not really worth. It's more like worth 20 bucks. But actually, I would say if you use everything, it's worth it with the emergencies. And yes, there's like a career mode in it. And you could actually put in your own like recordings. You can have and it will take your stuff right from SimBrief. But you can create custom safety announcements and stuff like that. You can bring that in. So you can either make it your own or you can download some customizations.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Yeah, if you look out of the window, we're currently actually flying over something pretty interesting this afternoon.
So I'm at 100%. Normally there's a an overlay that comes on the bottom of the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatories. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
Go back to autopilot. Let's go on
The
to
flight crew
nav.
has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Gotta bring the speed up to 290. We'll have to pull it back once we climb up higher. Let's get the other map out. Oh, yeah, no, not that one. Some brief. The lower bar you can turn on and off. Yeah, where do I go to turn that lower bar on? In the settings? Yeah, I'll take a look in the settings. You have yours on your PS4 controller? So like here you can see Beverly Smith. So she's not tired, not thirsty, not hungry. She's seated with the seatbelt off. And then that's your the flight attendant. She's going up and down. So this is configured according to your aircraft and how many passengers. You can set the number of passengers, and then the passengers will board while you're starting things cold and dark. And it shows just level 1, but you'll have level 2 if you're like in a double decker. Yeah, for some reason I still can't get the I don't see it here in settings unless it's this. No. And the boarding, you can do it like instant boarding, short, or realistic. So realistic's about 25 minutes, but you can always change that before the flight. Advanced, no. It must have been in a setting before I start the flight. Oh yeah, and we're in Canada, so I can change my HPA. I don't think it's going to change now. Yeah, because that's correct. This isn't. There's Lars. Oh, you're still on the ground. Oh, and if Jean-Francois is still around, I've got some curds. There's it's a black diamond. Oh, here we get black diamond or Saputo. It's not fresh stuff. I'm hoping to get some fresh stuff this weekend when I go back to my parents. Because you leave it out, it's cheese. You leave it out and then it gets like squeaky. Look at the green bar in the PACX settings. Let's see. Yeah, cheese curds. They the ones I like the best is from St. Albert in Ontario. Titles. I think I know which toggle the HUD. That doesn't work. Any military aircrafts? I've got the Tomcat and I think Tomcat. I've got a feeling I got one more, but for me, the military planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I know it looks nice, like the sim is great, but then not having the weapons and stuff is like, I'd rather be in the DCS world. And yeah, thanks Jean-Francois for the sub. Yeah, I'd rather pay like double or triple the price and get DCS world, the plane there, but then it's complicated. It's quite complicated to fly and stuff like that. But if that's what you've done in real life, yeah, it's not going to be as complicated as some just like aviation enthusiasts. Yeah, so that didn't work. Just put that up there for now. Catching up, but I gotta slow down a bit because we're not climbing. Go Mach 0.75 and
Kilo Mike, Victor Mike, automated weather observation 1800 Zulu. Wind 312 at 6. Visibility.
I've actually never seen this. What? Okay. This is different. If I'm ever online, would you like a military escort? Even if it is not beneficial to your stream, I have a nice setup and randomly escort aircrafts when I'm in the simulator FHOTAS, so I'd be flying manually, but it would be a fun challenge for me. Yeah, no problem. Hey, last night I had a Boeing 737 and a Boeing 747 flying with me in California, and the runways were like 2,000 feet. But actually, the 747 was actually a troll. It used to be a mod, and he wasn't acting like a mod, so I let him go. And I said, like, you can still fly around and stuff. But then he just completely bashed me, went out in public and tried to say a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, but it's like a 15-year-old kid. The title of moderator got to his head, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how I can switch back. I've actually never had this. Ah, there, it's the I just learned something. So we're just south of Digby, going across the Bay of Fundy. Wow, we're really going into Maine, crossing New York. It's because I'm so used to like Montreal or Ottawa or even Toronto being up higher, but because we're going down to London, yeah, it makes sense. You got the PC6 Turbo Pro. It's good. Yeah, I was trying to get a review copy, because one of my contacts at TFDi does some stuff with them, and so he told me who to talk to. They haven't even responded, so alright. EasyJet, just subscribe to your channel. Oh, thank you. Thanks for a sub. You probably don't have your subs as public because it didn't pop up on the screen. Because if you wanted to see it pop up, yeah, it would have to be your profile would have to be public, or at least your subscriptions. Well, I can go back into Climb tent. Totally forgot about that. Let's. I was gonna say I could do 78, but it's looking like we're not moving right now. So I'll bring it down to 70. It's okay. Yeah, an EasyJet. Did you show up because you thought it was going to be London, England? Because I know that's going to confuse some people, but I'm going to London. London, Ontario. Brand new airport from FSimStudios. Halifax is from FSimStudios also. Make some good sceneries. Alright, let's bring that back. Satisfaction. Ooh, it just went up to 100. They're expecting us to arrive in London at an hour and 33 minutes. And according to flight plan, should be an hour, like 1 minute early. So I'm not. You can tell them that we're going to be early, and then their satisfaction will go up. But the thing is if you do that and then you're late, satisfaction is going to go down. I'm thinking of flying in the cinema most of the day. So stream often, as this is the first time I come across your stream. Yeah, this actually, tonight, tomorrow morning, like 2 a.m., I'm driving out to Ontario for the weekend for Thanksgiving, but then I'm back next Wednesday. I'll be streaming, but then I'm gonna try to have a more regular, schedule. But the other thing is you can always check. I'll post on the Discord the schedule for the week, and then I'll also post the individual streams, what exact time, what we're gonna cover, or where I'm flying to. So with that exclamation Discord, it'll give you the link to join the Discord. Going tonight, flying with EasyJet to London. Tell them you're watching a stream going to London, Ontario. Hey James, how's it going? In-flight service. So gonna start serving.
In a few moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
Yeah, my brother's just calling me. He actually he lived in London for a year, so I was wondering if he lived by the airport. I remember moving him, but I can't remember if he lived there or not. Lived close to the airport. Let's take a look. So she's doing the first class, business class. She's moving her tray down. I was flying from London to Amsterdam, and it was bad weather. She's about 25% done of the in-flight services. Let me take a look. Yeah, we can actually increase the speed now that we're actually we're 500 below our we're 500 below the cruising altitude, and we can't make the speed. Arrival is going to be via so runway 9. Just joined Discord and added as a friend. I use a different name on there though. Yeah, because I know a lot of people, with YouTube, it'll actually be your full real name, just because it's coming from your email account if you got Gmail. The only time it'll be different is more so if you've got a YouTube channel. But yeah, I'll take a look here. And you should have also gotten a direct message from Lars, a different Lars from Contrail said all FSimStudios will be released on Contrail in a couple hours. So that's some great news. You can Contrail. I think it's Contrail.shop. That should be it. Yeah, Contrail.shop. Let's... Oh yeah, I wanted to let them know. Oh, okay, everything. Did you join Jean-Francois? Because I don't see you in there. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see you. I see you now. Yeah, I mean, because it didn't do a welcome thing on Discord, but then I realized I turned that off. Because it's a channel that nobody looks at. So I was like, I saw the option last time, I'm like, oh yeah. Alright. So we're at 361. Should be able to now speed it up that we're at level. Yeah. I'll just have to manage the speed on my own because we reached the cruising altitude, and so it's gonna be on altitude hold. Got the nav on, so that's good. And we're just out of the climb detent, so that's fine for now. I'll be monitoring on the my top screen. Let's. Yeah, so we're just southeast of Bar Harbor, Maine right now. I'm very, that was, yeah. Yeah, thanks, James. Indeed, shows as air stud, yeah. Yeah, no, it's my speed is dropping. But again, Sim Brief, they always give you high altitudes. Do I have something open here? I should take a look at the other side. No. Yeah, I'm slowing down, so bring it to 32,000. And we'll keep it to go for 0.78. Mach 0.78. Don't stall, maybe it's the autopilot. Yeah, it's because you don't have the auto thrust. And yeah, just at that, at flight level 380, it can't hold on. So by going down to 320, now my speed is picking up, but we are like almost like because we're descending now at 2,500 feet. It's pretty quick. And Augusta, Maine, that is not the Augusta for the Masters. Based on the name, you can tell. Yeah, Air Force. Yeah. Well, plus being in Greenwood's Air Force. My brother-in-law, he does the weather for the pretty much Air Force for I think all of Canada except for Halifax, and I think the West Coast. Then he does overseas weather predictions. Like I'm used to the word like a meteor report, but he named me something else, and I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like right now we're at flight level 320, 32,000 feet above sea. Well, right now obviously it's just water, but once we're over a city, the details that you can see at this level, it's crazy. And in the sim. Yeah, he was saying a TAF, and I was like, I don't know what a TAF is. Can't wait for the 737 to arrive. It should be here before the end of the year from PMDG. We got A310 coming. I'm not sure when from Ini build or Ini builds. And then the MD-11 from TFDi, which is now Inverness. That I'm looking forward to. Those are the same guys that make the PACX, what I'm using here. This, because they make PACX, they do. Smart Cars. I think they're working on a Smart Cars 3 for virtual airlines. And the MD-11. And they're doing it for P3D and Microsoft Flight Simulator in tandem. So the airplane is actually built outside of the simulator. So they don't have to build two airplanes. They just build one, and then they bring it in to each simulator. And yeah, bring the flight level down to the 320 has actually helped out with the speed, because we're cruising now point 814, 813, and it's just steady there. So ground speed, we got sort of a crosswind of 25, 26 knots. Ground speed's 472. So right now we're right on target for the expected arrival, which is an hour and 14 minutes. Yeah, that looks nice up here, the contrail from someone else flying. Whether it's someone else or a real traffic. So we're getting closer to Portland, Maine. little cheetah. Not sure if they're a cheetah the animal or a cheater. Oh, we're picking up a little speed. Okay, that's good. And we're actually going to be going south of Lebanon. There's Lebanon. If you weren't sure where Lebanon was, it's not right here in Maine. You're flying over Driscoll now? Where's Driscoll? Ooh, this looks nice. It's like, why pay for add-ons to get this? That's what you have to do in X-Plane. You gotta pay to get this. Are you using dual flight throttle quadrants or single? Just one. I should set it up where, because I've got the Logitech quadrant, but I can easily change the blue and the red, put on some different knobs, and yeah, I actually have 2 engines. The only thing with that is going back and forth between like a airliner and GA aircraft. But yeah, might do that for next week. Hey, Pilot Fest, how's it going? Talking about Fest, I went to Hammerfest in Norway, but I tried to fly out of there to go to Stockholm, Bromma, actually to Visby, which is Swedish island just south of there. But the airport wouldn't, the airport code wouldn't register in the FMC, and ooh, what's that? Okay, I thought it was the wind pushing it. But yeah, it wasn't in the database in the 550 and the 700 CRJ, so I couldn't put a flight plan in. And then trying to use Microsoft's flight plan, that wouldn't work either. So I said, screw it. Well, like I got London's new, so I'm like, let's go check out London. The name originally was to be an event for pilots and sim pilots. Okay, Pilot Fest. I bet a population in Hammerfest, Norway, they probably congregated way back in the day. You know, it was the cavemen, and they showed up with their hammers, and then they came up with Hammerfest. But Orbix, they've done a good job up there, but I don't know if it's Orbix or Sobo or Aerosoft, but the airport just didn't work in the FMC. Because Navigraphs has it, and the Air Rack has it, but yeah. You can extra one of the, so you can always have an option for single engine or dual engine. Yeah. Yeah, put two and two together. The thing is, I'm just in the holding pattern. Because Honeycomb, they said they'd take care of me, so I'm just waiting to see if something happens there. Because I was down at the Flight Sim Expo in San Diego 2 weekends ago. So I met up with Honeycomb, Thrustmaster, Turtle Beach. So I got some hands-on experience videos of the Velocity 1 flight controls from Turtle Beach, and the new Boeing Yoke and throttle from Thrustmaster. Those are on the channel. I didn't do a video at Honeycomb, but they're supposed to send me a Bravo to try out, and then in the new year, the Charlie rudder pedals will be coming out in February. So hopefully in January I'll be able to get a set to review. So right now I just want to hold off on the on getting another Cytec at this point, because I might order it, and then when the delivery guy shows up, I open it up and it's Honeycomb. It's not Logitech. I'd be like, woo. He's got the throttle set up with 4 engines as he flies the 747 flight sim. He loves it. Yeah, I actually tried it there, and I was like, yeah, they're really good. Thrustmaster, I like the TCA Airbus. Those were nice. I was on Captain Canada's landing challenge, and it was the first time I ever used the Airbus TCA from Thrustmaster. So you have the joystick on the left side because you've got for the pilot, and it was weird because I'm right-handed and you're trying to go with the throttles, but I botched the landing twice, but you know, give me some time and I would be able to compete. But yeah, good feeling on the for the throttles. And right now we're doing good timing because now we are about like a minute or two behind. Now we're 2 minutes ahead. And we'll see if we can get in early so that the passengers are going to be happy. So status on the passengers right now, 95% satisfied. The thing with PACX, what they don't have is like, there's no, like, career mode is all based on satisfaction. But the, like, there's no financials like trying to get more people onto your flights or anything like that. But it's a nice simulation. Like I said earlier, it simulates like emergencies. Like, I don't know, Stefanos might then say, he's having a heart attack. Well, at that point, we can't fly to London anymore. We've got to find an airport close by. So it'll simulate that. And Campbell might say, hey, I'm angry. Wow. You gotta deal with that. So we can go. You can have a delay, ahead of schedule, aircraft route. I'm not gonna say ahead of schedule because I'm gonna get penalized if we end up being late by a couple minutes.
Hey, can we get something to drink up here?
You got it.
But what would really make this worthwhile? Like, I would pay like $100 or even more for this if you went to flight attendant request and you said like drink or meal, and it actually would send a text to your wife. And your wife brings you a drink or a meal, or like your significant other sends them a text saying, "Looking for a meal or a drink, or can you watch the stream while I go to the restroom?" I'm a hands-on throttle and stick flyer. As I do DCS and flight sim, I'm pretty good at maintaining speed with others. Wouldn't mind testing it on one of your streams whenever online. Yeah, no problem. Hey, you can pretty much all my streams. You can fly with me. I know that you're not going to be a a guy like my 747 guy who likes to just troll. Like, obviously you're not a troll, but yeah, that guy was just a kid and immature. Looks like there's someone up ahead here. Okay, so real flight. Where are you, Lars? You said you were flying over somewheres, but I couldn't pick up where. So we'll actually be flying north of Albany and Schenectady. And Amsterdam. Amsterdam is definitely not in Europe. We'll be flying by Amsterdam. Behind me somewhere. Okay. You're probably like over 50 nautical miles back or something. Rotterdam. We'll be flying over Syracuse. South of Rome. Again, Rome is not in Europe either. Waterville, La Fleur. Waterville. Are you like in Quebec or something? Where's? I'm very respectful. Yeah. I'll be pure flying in that challenge to meet. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can join me whenever. And a challenge to maintain speed like a real military escort. Do you do that in real life? Like military escorts? Yeah, no, yeah. Central Maine Airport of Nor is close. Okay, you're in Central Maine. Nor. Ah, okay. Yeah, you're up higher. So you're. Yeah, Waterville's up here. So yeah, you're probably up there. Okay, Dash 8 400. From flight school, we flew the Tudor. Now we did formation challenge. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dash 8 400 or the Q400. I think someone is building it. Or no, I think they're waiting for Microsoft Flight Simulator for the SDK to get better or whatever. But Milviz is working on the ATR. And the ATR looks pretty much like a Q400 with the prop. I'm gonna take a look at the real ATIS for CYXU. CYXU? Yeah. Customs information. Prior to 2145 Zulu, medevac and organ transplants. Pilots call 519-451-6079 on landing. Wow. I'm not even sure how to see which runway's in use. Oh, this is a Sky Vector. I'm on CY. So, got approach and departure, ground, tower, Toronto Center, and Toronto Center. But no ATIS on live ATC. R-8 are called CT-142. There's like 100 variants, okay. Okay, so they're like a 100. So do they get bigger in size? Like the 100, 200, 300, 400? Because I remember back in the day, I thought like a 777 was bigger than a 737. Or like a 787 would be bigger than a 747, but it doesn't work like that. This Utica? No. There's 100, 200, 300s. They're just stretch versions. Okay. Yeah, it's like CRJ 100, 200, 550, 700, 900,000. And sometimes slightly different engines. Because the 550 and the 700 CRJ, it's the same plane, just rather than 55 passengers, it's 70 or close to that. Just try to cram more people in. Yeah, so like 2 a.m. be driving all the way up here, all the way up here, down, 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 down. Oh, Cornwall actually not stopping. Cornwall actually going up to closer to Ottawa, but then down to Cornwall later in the weekend, and then drive all the way back. And hopefully get some better, like, these curtains aren't bad, but definitely there's some better ones. And definitely for some boots in there. Oh, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to order a poutine when I get home, because there's two pizzerias back home that I like the gravy. It's like a chicken gravy. Other than that, like poutine out here in Halifax, depending on where you're getting it from, it's not really the best. But there's some there's Smokes Poutineery. That's decent. You can get like different variants. Just like a -8. But yeah, there's a couple of places in I'm gonna want to have a poutine there. Pretty much overcast around here. Thicker clouds on the south side. Yeah. See the road. So Hatvic. Someone was telling me the other day to know how many miles you need in order to get your descent. And it was like, I think it's taking your flight level and then timesing it by 3, but just taking the first 2 digits. So flight level 32 times 3. That makes sense. 3. Yeah, I think so. So 390, 96 miles out in order to. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Because technically on this flight plan, it's 38 times 3. So 100 and yeah, 114, 124, something like that, over 100. I know I'm an accountant, but you know, as an accountant, you can have creativity too. Accounting is not just a science; it's also an art. So there, I saw this cartoon, or it's a joke or something, where the guy is asking all these different professions, you know, 1 + 1, what does it equal? And so, like, he asks a plumber. Plumber says it's 2. Lawyer tries to make an argument about it, but comes up with 2. You then ask an accountant. Accountant says, "What do you want it to be?" Pretty much. Calculate rate of descent required to fly a 3-degree flight. So okay, ground speed times 5. Therefore, a vertical speed of 250 is required. Yeah, because I'm at right now 466. Get the so 330. But yeah, this guy was saying about the how many miles out you would need for your landing. Step 1, take your current altitude, let's say 24,000. Use the where's that? Yes, okay. Go CYXU. It's a good thing that you have a pilot on your stream. Yeah, well, actually, the other day, I was stuck, and a guy I met down in San Diego, he got right in because I was in the Discord voice chat, and he actually got in there. And he says, "Hey, Popcorn," he's like, "I'll help you out." He's like, "My dad flies this plane." He's like, because I didn't have any speed. I was going like 140, and I couldn't climb. I was like, what's going on? But then he told me, he says, when you take off, once the gears are up, he says you put it on speed, and you climb out like that. So yeah, you're toga to a certain point, then you drop it down to climb. But yeah, your autopilot, you have it on speed, and it'll climb for you. But yeah, it's good having real pilots or some people that know, even though they're not a real pilot, they know what to do. It's always great to have. So I'm looking out my wing. You're not there. Where's the escort? No. So we are going to be... Yeah, so Duvep is where we'll start the descent. Because we have to be down to 11,000 by Durlo. I'll definitely join the stream someday. All depends if I'm online someday for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you been in the forces then? You said 12 years out in Halifax. Yeah, and actually, I met a CRJ captain, but he's now a civilian working for the Air Force in the U.S. And he was at the Flight Sim Expo for trying to do some research on training, because the testing to become a pilot in the Air Force, they're like, they need pilots in the U.S. Air Force, and because there's such a shortage. But what they want to do is people that are already in service, give them simulation time and some training to then try to retest, and like the success rate is about like 90%. And so he was trying to find some like educational stuff that he could use from the Sim Expo, but it was more so like geared towards the commercial, like the consumer simmer kind of deal. But he ended up he sent me a Com Air CRJ 700 manual from like Delta Connections from 2002. So I've looked at the manual a little bit, but it's interesting, and it helps. The real world manual helps out with the simulator. 17 years, wow. 17 years. Yeah, so 2004. Have you gone overseas much, or stayed in Canada? I had applied about like 6 years ago to join. I wanted to do the health administration or control tower, and I forget what my third choice was, but they told me the one that I'd be going for is the control tower as as an officer. But then my eye test, there was like I went for an eye test and they do the puffs in the eye, and like I hate that. And then like I'm like backing up and stuff, and then she's like, yeah, like so there's high pressure in your eye, you know, we're gonna scan it. And then the scan shows that there's like a tear in the retina. Sends me to the ophthalmologist. Ophthalmologist is like, oh yeah, just a little tear. Let's go in the next room. Laser surgery right then and there. It's like within 10 minutes, I went from the waiting room to the recovery room. And yeah, Canadian Forces, they didn't want me. Said I high risk of going blind. Ophthalmologist did some reports, sent them back, and yeah, they're like, no, Ottawa, they wouldn't accept me. So I was like, all right. I wonder if they would have accepted me for like the health administration, but yeah, there was nothing. Been to Afghanistan twice, but mostly flying reconnaissance missions, grabbing intelligence. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a DCS world or Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane, but I saw a video not too long ago, like when the Americans left Afghanistan. They actually did. They went in with like a Hercules, and it was like a fly out mission out of Afghanistan, but in a simulator. In about 78 miles. Yeah, 21 minutes. Passenger satisfaction is 93%. Maybe I need to do a public address or something to...
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your captain speaking. We hope you're enjoying your flight. We're making good progress here, and we're doing our best to get you in on time.
I think the satisfaction just dropped by 1%. So yeah, it'll be pretty close to Niagara Falls. So we're just south of Rochester. start your calculations. Yeah, descent will be in about 50 miles. So right here at Duvet, we'll then start going down to 11,000, and then down to it's gonna be 17 and a half miles to drop 800, yeah. Because we'll be slowing down also. Studsy Wudsy. Lucky Loop. That's good that it calculates that. Yeah. Because what I do is I use SimBrief, and pretty much they create the route, the plan, the cruising altitude, and then I bring it in here. It's very easy to bring in the data, and then I just check for discontinuities. But other than that, it calculates. Like SimBrief does all those calculations for you, and SimBrief is free. And you can export to X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and specifically the Aerosoft CRJ. I don't think you can export to DCS, but it can also there's like specific planes or like third-party developers that it will work. Like it's got some specific like hologram that it works with, and then you can like pre-file to VATSIM or IVAO or Pilot Edge. And it'll also tell you, yeah, top of the descent is in 25 miles. Oh yeah, we're about like 6 minutes ahead of schedule, so that will be good for PACX, for the passengers. Oh yeah, we're coming up to Niagara
We're up the
Falls.
flight deck. This is your captain speaking. I don't normally point this out, but if you take a look outside, we're over a pretty interesting landmark.
Pretty interesting landmark. Clouds. Yes, but clouds look so good. Yes, yeah. Clouds look so good. And yeah, Lars, it's like, and you know, I had to spend like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks to get good clouds like this. But in X-Plane, you do. I know they're improving the clouds for X-Plane 12. It's like this like cloud enhancer just came out like 2 weeks ago for like 15 bucks US. It's like yeah, because right before Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, I had tried out X-Plane 11 again, just so I can somewhat see if I can get accustomed to airplanes. Obviously failed at that. It took me to like the last year to get to where I'm at, but I was like seeing like all these add-ons for X-Plane 11, like weather stuff, 30, 40, 50 bucks. And I've got the Rex Weather Force for this, and that I think is like 50, 60 bucks. Honestly, it's not worth it when every time it picks up a new METAR report, it's like, and it's injecting weather, your frame rates get shot. It might be different after the Sim Update 5, but yeah, you're just better off with letting Microsoft do what they do with the weather. Sometimes there's quirks with it, but so we just went over the over Niagara Falls. Top of descent. Oh, it's now. All right, let's bring this down. What do we gotta go down to? 11,000 feet. Okay. Oh, my son's running around in the go vertical speed. The other thing is it'll actually tell you what your vertical speed needs to be in order to reach it. So in a CRJ, you really don't have to make any calculations. Like here it's telling me like 2,200 roughly. And it'll adjust as we get closer and closer to the airport. I'm gonna have to start watching my speed also. So I can pretty much pull back into idle or close to idle. Yeah, you see about 2.8. I did see a stream with the Silvo. They want to improve the weather, yeah. And that's where like developers want the API to be open, and the Silvo and Microsoft are like, no, like we've got this. We want to make the best weather out there. So we're 122 miles out, about roughly 16 minutes. This is your captain speaking. We are 117 miles out from London and should be arriving in about 15-20 minutes. We're making our final descent here very shortly. So where? No? I think I know what that is for. I thought it was going to make the announcement, put it through the PA system. Nope. Slowing the plane down. We're at about 260 right now, crossing 220. Man, it's all it is clouds around here. Yeah, let's get some speed brakes on. What the? So in the flight plan, I think it's we're very, very close. We're closer than what it actually says. Because if you look at this, it's got a bunch of junk in the flight plan. Oh, okay, so that's the missed approach. Yeah, that's when we should be landing then. Hey, Fred from... He's looking... Hey, how's it going, Fred? I think it like added some, but actually that's the misapproach. All right, let's go. Oh, crossing the 401. Yeah, Lars. Just so that you guys know, your life vest is underneath your seat, and if we do have to brace for impact, we will call it out for you guys. And then you're all at home and you're actually simulating it. You're like bracing. Oh no, I can't look. I can't look. What do we got? Let's bring it back to autopilot. Vertical speed, we can actually slow that down a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
We are 250.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
250. Nose wheel, you want that off. You don't want your nose wheel all over the place trying to land. So I guess it's bad weather in London. Overcast, I don't know if it's raining. I haven't checked.
We have begun our final descent into London. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
It's not raining, but definitely overcast. All right. Let's see. There we go. Take off the speed brakes. Yeah, because this looks very close. But I think it's because I'm zoomed in. But it's showing 70 miles out. Need some power here. Let's get the all right. So let's see. Come on. Now we're gonna miss this. Yeah, and Fred, yeah, congrats on the release of this. I took a look beforehand. Looks great. They and then I posted on Contrail, and Lars said that it'll be on Contrail. Everything will be on Contrail very shortly. So that's nice. Yeah, I'm actually missing this. Why? Because as you can see here, so I wonder where it's taking me to. I'm gonna follow my plan versus what the Navigraph has. Yeah, because it helps you guys with some exposure. Because you'll be on Contrail, Orbix, SimMarket, and in your own website. I should be slowing down. Okay, so here at Avtic, it should then whip me around. But I've got a feeling like we're... Yeah, because then that will be runway 9. I keep thinking 9 as in like 9 degrees. No, it's like 90. Let's... runway 9. So it's taking me past London and then whipping me back around. So at Avtic is in 2 miles, and I should be turning around.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
Oh. Let's go with yeah, so you overflew the field. Usually planes landing on 9 will be vectored in instead of that U-turn. Yeah, because this was based off of SimBrief, and they I didn't change it in Navgraphs to or in the FMC. I just took whatever Navgraphs had given me. Oh, shit. To yeah, I'm off on this one. Oh, yeah, it's... Yeah, because you got the other runway crossing. Okay, I'm at 2,000. That's flaps. Let's get gear down. Masonville Mall, one of the big malls in London. I've been to London years ago. Because my brother had gone there for college. I think he did 1 year. Not at Fanshawe, but it was like a audio tech place. Like it was an expensive place. But he didn't finish the program, then went back home. And then he was home and I was home from like, I stayed home after my first year at St. Mary's out here. So I was asking him if he lived close to the airport. I can't remember. Okay, 2,000. Lightning lights. Yeah, definitely overcast here. But no rain, like you said. Spoilers deployed. Slightly high.
Sync rate 100. Sync rate
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
What's the speed on that? Or 312. Not too bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. The local time is 4:12 p.m. and it's currently about 19 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Let's see,
Please remain seated until the aircraft
see where they're gonna
comes to a
send us
complete
to.
stop.
Ground. Taxi to the gates.
Alpha Alpha Lima 1701 taxi to the gate.
Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701 taxi to Gate 7 Alpha using taxiway Alpha Cross Runway 15 Alpha Golf.
Taxiing to gate 7 Alpha using taxiway Alpha Cross Runway 15 Alpha Golf Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701.
So the passengers are 90% satisfied. Let's see what the final result will be. Actually, can take off my lightning lights. No one dies, so I call it a success, yeah. There we go. Are they gonna take us to Fanshawe? Let's see. Up to the left. And I figured out that I did a flight with PACX the other day, and it didn't didn't actually count my flight because I didn't fully get into the box to park. My son is loose, loose from his cage. Now you think my son's a dog, but no. Let's see. So want me to go up? I think we'll be okay at this point. 160 kilometers more to go for you, Lars. 7 will be the first gate. Okay. And I see 8's right there. Let's see. Parking, takeoff, ground services. Let's get the. Let's see.
London ground Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. The jetway is going to be connected.
Yeah, and plus I need to turn off the engine in order to. Come on, mouse. There we are. There we go. And I should be able to open up the door.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, because it was from that angle. But no, that's fine there. Let's go in the,
London ground Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. Could you please send the catering truck?
Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. The catering truck is on the road.
let's open everything up. And baggage.
London ground Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. Could you please send the baggage?
Air Canada Alpha Alpha Lima 1701. Baggage.
AC's in use, that's good. Hydraulics. Turn those off. Alright, let's go give it this Oh, I'm supposed to say something here. Reporting.
We'll be arriving shortly. Thank you again for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
We're arriving shortly. Deboarding.
Hey, how's our passenger deboarding going?
Ah, okay, 4 minutes.
We're still deplaning.
Let's get in the drone. We'll take a look around here. About 62 is get rid of navigraphs. Actually, back here is Diamond Aircraft. So is this where they make Diamond Aircraft, or is this like the headquarters? Like I know they definitely make the aircrafts here too. Was that the headquarters? I don't know if Fred's still there. And actually, yeah, they make them there. Okay, but it's not the headquarters. Put the Diamond aircraft right there. Oh. Did I see? And London, is it DA62 these days? Okay. And London Airport, is it? Is there a lot of airline traffic, or is it more so GA, or a mix between the two? Got your Jazz hangar and Fanshawe, which is a college in London. Mix of both, Jazz and Encore from Toronto, WestJet from Calgary, and I guess also Swoop. Is it Swoop or Swish? I think Swoop. That being said, before the pandemic, we had a lot. We had Swoop to Abbotsford to Halifax. Yeah, definitely the COVID changed everything. But you have nice arch here. Then you got some more hangars over here. More Diamond Flight Center. Military jet for Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois, now you gotta get this. In the winter, we get Rouge, Sunwing, and air travel to the south destination. Okay. Yeah, it's there's lots of hangars. I'll take a look at the terminal in just a minute here. But from the where did I come in? I came in. Yeah, I came in 9. But when I look at this, it looks like 9 is used the least. But I guess because I'm just looking at the tire marks. Yeah, let's go inside. Slow that down. Actually, speed her up to get there. I see the jetway retracted because the deboarding's all finished. That's nice. Let's see, slow that. camera. So when you coming in here, you got seating, but it's like you got swoop, and then here I like what you did here because you got like real images. I don't know if it's from Google or like pictures they had taken, but it looks like you got some depth there, and then really in the end you're going right through it, but it looks like welcoming, like as if you're just getting into that airport. Hello, welcome to London. But yeah, it's a nice airport. You guys did a good job, really good job here. You got arrival, departure, I wanted to check at the desk. There's actually an airport, Santiago de Compostela in Spain. Well, iFlySimX, he actually found it. We were both looking at the airports, and he had found it on the counters. Every counter had a Playboy magazine. It was all like the same magazine, but it was like pretty much an Easter egg. But I was like, wow. It's like, no, I haven't checked the bathrooms yet. But actually, the bathrooms, they had bathrooms in the terminal, but actually it was pretty much like a wall. So it was like that optical illusion that it was like real. But yeah, so now what happens with this flight on PACX? Does it... doesn't do anything? Expected arrival. So yeah, that's not changing because the flight's over. So I can go flight. Are you going to get Winnipeg Airport in the marketplace for I still recommend. I'd be waiting for Fred to see if he'd take that over. The it's because the MFSS scenery builders I picked up. Where did I pick up? Picked up Bangor, Maine, and another one. I think maybe Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Marie. And they were like very washed out. So I was like, I don't know. But you're saying you recommend it. I'd say, hey, Fred, put that on your list for next year. So landing rate, although my Fly Live said 340, here it's saying 400. Overall opinion, 90%, 66 passengers, flight time 2 hours and 1 minute, block time 2 hours and 19. And then we got some comments. I'll definitely be recommending you at work. I'm totally telling my friends about this airline. Yeah, they're gonna tell them about Sizzling Popcorn Airlines. You're gonna have a lineup next Wednesday for the next flight. I want to be on the flight. Hey, I wonder. That would actually be one nice way of like people that are like super chatting, tipping, donating. If I could put their name in here, like maybe not like their real name, whatever name they use, put it in there. That's a good idea. I have to see if I can actually do that, and if not, I'll bring that up to TDFI. because that is something. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do, Fred, is I'll then do a separate video, review video, so that someone that wants to see the airport, they don't have to watch me fly in. What, 3 hours in. But yeah, guys, that's it for the stream. I'm off for the next pretty much the next week, because I'm off to Ontario for Thanksgiving, and then I'll be back next Wednesday night, and I'll also have a schedule in the Discord. And if you haven't, you can always check out the Discord is exclamation Discord. You're more than welcome to join that. And yeah, because I'll put up my schedule in there, and we'll see. I might be able to get Hammerfest to work by then, because it'll release on Saturday. I still don't know what happened there, but hey, I had the backup plan, like, because everything so it worked out. But yeah, thanks a lot, and happy flying. Have a great weekend, and happy Canadian Thanksgiving.